normality, with schools and kindergartens beginning to open their doors. But concerns have been raised after the country's Prime Minister proposed a controversial measure to track children's social distancing by microchipping them.
I spoke with our heads of technology in order to find measures Israel is good at, such as sensors. For instance, every person, on kids first, would have a sensor that would sound an alarm when you get too close, like the ones on cars.
The Prime Minister's proposal received a barrage of criticism, especially from cybersecurity experts. Many of them questioned the legality of chipping people. The head of cyber studies at Tel Aviv Academic College, Tal Pavel, believes that it will allow criminals, including kidnappers and paedophiles, to track children.
This cutting-edge thing about Hannes Huerblad isn't the phone in his hand. It's the microchip actually in his hand. The tiny implant is the latest advance in a biohacking technology that is steadily becoming a part of normal life in Sweden.
We have created a new implant, which is not a chip, it's a full device where you can add different lights, different vibration, different functions. Sweden is a very tech-literate society. And I think this is the main explanation, really, why a lot of Swedes are adopting chip implants.
Swedes haven't been shy about upgrading themselves with the new version. Thousands already have microchip implants that they use in their daily lives, waving their hand to gain entrance to the gym, confirm their ID or make payments.
Is that by around the year 2030, humanity will have their brains connected to artificial intelligence. And he's very open about it. As this goes on, artificial intelligence will do more and more of human thinking until human thinking as we know it now is basically negligible. In other words, you'll be a computer terminal on someone else's internet. And the reason they're being so open about it is the sales pitch, which is you'll be superhuman if you do this. And what you'll be is subhuman, and human consciousness, human thought, human emotion as we've known it will be over. Because every thought, every emotional response will come from AI. He who controls AI will then control every human's perceptions directly who is connected to AI. And we've been taken along a very clear process to take us to that point. Stage one, see, I'm coming up 67, and I'm glad I was born when I have, doing what I'm doing now, because I have a radar. I can remember what the world was like before. People born into it, you see, when you get born into the world you think the world is how it is because you're born into it. This is how it is, okay? But it's not how it always was. And when you're born into the world as it is, you don't really have so much of a compass to get a fix on the world as it is, because it's just how it is. When you were born before it is as it is now, you have a compass, you have a comparison. You can see the scale, the stunning scale of the change, not least since this technological society kicked in and then went kind of on steroids. Stage one, you get the population addicted to technology they can hold, what basically achieved, smartphones, tablets, etc. And you target especially the young. Why? Because they're going to be the adults at the point you want to bring in this full-blown AI-controlled human. You want them so addicted and obsessed with technology that, as happens now, on one expression of it, they'll get up in the middle of the night and go and queue in the dark outside an Apple bloody store to get the first version of the new thing. Get them addicted enough and they'll queue up waiting to be connected to AI, right? So that's why they're targeting the young. Stage two, because what you want to do, you want to get in the body. And if they went directly to the body without anything in between, people would go, what's going on? Totalitarian tiptoe, you see. So the next stage is on the body, what they call wearables, holdables to wearables. This is your Apple Watch and your Bluetooth and all these gadgets now that people wear that are connected to the internet. And then you go to the next stage, which is in the body. I spoke a little while ago, last year, in Sweden. And people, thousands of people now in Sweden are being microchipped. And queuing up for it, having parties to celebrate Ethel's been microchipped. And this is what happens with addiction. It's called addiction for a reason. You're addicted. And so this has been the process that has taken us along, here kitty, 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 here kitty, 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 along this road, to the point where they want to introduce fully blown AI-controlled humans. This is where it's going, and it's within the lifetime, well within the lifetime of people alive today. Even those that aren't young, it's within their lifetimes too. And all these diversions, look here, smell this, look at this, hear this, are all to stop us going, deep breath, take a step back, look at it again. Shite! Look what they're doing. And that's what I'm doing. You know, I'm pointing this out. I'm saying, over here, see? Sofa, elephant, elephant.
Now to Consumer Alert for you. President Joe Biden says America will lead the world in microchip manufacturing. The president focused on what he calls a manufacturing boom nationwide during a visit to New York.
It's here at this factory and the factories of other companies across America where America's future is literally being built. This is about economic security, folks. It's about national security. It's about good paying jobs.
Well, the president is crediting the recently passed Bipartisan Chips and Science Act for spurring semiconductor production here in the U.S. IBM says it's going to invest $20 billion over the next decade to manufacture semiconductors and other technology.
Listen to this. Instead of carrying your wallet in your back pocket or your purse, a tech company wants you to keep it under your skin.
All right, so let's explain here. Wallet More is selling microchips implanted in your hand as an alternate payment. Could this be the future? Maybe. Once you set up your card info in the company's app, look at this, it says payments could be as easy as swiping your hand over a card reader. Right now, chips are not sold in the U.S. Crazy.